Hi, welcome to Steps Ballroom Online. This is our Week 1 recap video for our East Coast Swing Level 1 live stream class series. If you'd like to be a part of our Sunday night live stream classes, you can email us at dance@stepsballroom.com. You can also find us via our social media links, which you'll find down in the description. Do make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you receive updates for whenever we post a future recap video. Now, our East Coast Swing class is going to feature one of the most usable dances from the entire ballroom spectrum. This type of dance we can do with your classic big band era music. We can also do it with the 90s swing revival music, but we can also use anything that has a rock or a rockabilly backbeat. This includes top 40 rock, classic rock, beat rock, country rock, a number of different genres that we can use this dance with. Now we're going to tackle a couple of patterns here. Our first week we tend to have 2 to 3 pattern sequences that we debut, but we review these every single week over the course of the next 8 weeks to improve on them as we build our sequence. Our first pattern for this week is going to be our standard basic step, so let's get started. So our leader's part for the basic, we're going to start with our feet together. We have a triple step moving to our left. Now, a triple step is left, together, left. And when we end that motion, all of our weight is 100% on our outside left foot. There's no weight here on the right foot. Once we hit this position, we're going to double back the other way with the right foot going right, together, right. When we finish that, our weight is 100% here on the right foot with no weight on our left foot. Our next step is going to be a backwards rock step with our left foot. We do not have time for our foot to close under our body before going back though. So from this position, it's going to cut straight diagonally back as we step back, rock in place. This is where the pattern sequence will repeat. We will go left, together, left, right, together, right, back, rock, left, together, left, right, together, right, back, rock. Now the key features we want to keep consistent with this is as we take those triple steps, we want to see open, together, open, open, together, open. It is very easy to fall into one of 2 bad habits with that, taking the step either open, 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 which is not what we want to see, or taking over and together, which again is a variation we don't want to see. So you want to get that sort of double roll feeling in the motion going open, together, open, open, together, open, rock, step. The next big thing that we have to be concerned about with the rhythm is that this is going to be moderate to fast. So we want to keep the footwork small and contained underneath our body. It is a whole lot easier to take faster steps when we're taking side, together, side, side, together, side, versus taking side, together, side, side, together, side. We just won't have enough time to be that big with the motion. So small steps underneath your body. We also want to be balanced over the front part of our foot. So normally when we stand on our foot, we stand on the ball of the foot, and heel of the foot. We want to put the weight instead on ball of the foot, toes of the feet. Feel your toes gripping down to the floor. You want to feel like you could go up to tiptoe at any point without having to swing your weight forward to move. That's going to give you a little bit more speed from side to side and make this pattern a little bit easier for you. So putting the footwork for the leader together again, we have left, together, left, right, together, right, back, rock, left, together, left, right, together, right, back, rock. Once you have the footwork down without your rhythm structure, we want to start talking about how this applies to the musical rhythm of our dance. So the music is going to be coming in a 4/4 time frame. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That triple step is a syncopated beat, which means it's going to take one of those beats and cut it into 2 parts. So we're actually going to take 3 steps over 2 beats of music when we do our triple step. So as we dance 1, 2, 3, 4, what you're actually going to be dancing is 1 and 2, and then we reverse back again, 3 and 4. It takes 2 more beats to complete the step, so we're actually going to go all the way to 5, 6, stepping 5, 6. The music will be in 4, but our basic step will be 6 beats long as we dance the motion. So we have 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. Alternate ways to count it. We can use quicks and slows. In this case, quicks are half a beat of motion, and then a full slow is 1 full beat of motion. So you can dance it as quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, slow. The rhythm structure we typically count with the dance, though, will be trip, full step, rock, step. It still has all of the same rhythm features, but we're just using that to remind us where our steps are going as we go trip, full step, rock, step, trip, full step, rock, step. Now the followers part for our basic East Coast swing is going to be the mirror image of the leader's step. Normally in most dances, we complement their steps. So if they were to step forward, we would step backward and vice versa. Here, you want to imagine that there's a mirror between you and your partner, and you are doing the exact opposite steps and direction as they are. So as we start our feet together, we have our triple step moving to the right, stepping side, together, side. When we finish that, our weight is 100% on the right foot. There's no weight here on the left. We then double back with our triple step to the left, going side, together, side. Finishing with 100% weight on our left foot and no weight on our right. We will have a rock step. Our leader is rocking away from us. We will also rock away from our partner, stepping back with our right foot, stepping step back, then rock in place or rock step. We then repeat and go back into the basic, right, together, right, left, together, left, back, rock, right, together, right, left, together, left, back, rock. All of the rhythm structure information we had for the leader is going to be consistent here for the follower. We have that syncopated beat going 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, or side together side, side together side, rock, step, or quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, slow. So whichever rhythm structure we dance with, whatever makes the most sense to you is the way you want to count the motion. So we start feet together here again. We have 5, 6, 7, 8, trip, full step, rock, step, trip, full step, rock, step, quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, 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 quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, slow, slow. And then we're going to connect this with our partner. Now, when we take this with our partner, we are not using your traditional closed ballroom frame. Instead, we're going to use an open frame. Now, open frame position is simply a double handhold with our partner. As a general rule, the leader is coming palm up from underneath with the thumbs resting lightly on top, whereas the follower is coming over top, palm down, and not trying to grab or hold on with the thumbs or fingertips in any way. So we have a light connection here. Do not squeeze, leaders. Do not grip followers. When we rock away from our partner, moving side to side is okay. The arms just kind of float with us as we go side, together, side, side, together, side. But when we rock away from the partner, we want our arms to be elastic and to stretch the distance so that nobody feels like they're hitting the full extent of their arms and giving themselves whiplash off the back of the pattern. So as we rock away, you want to let the arms extend in front of you and absorb that distance. If you need a little bit of tension to keep the balance there, you'll use the fingertips against each other rather than the elbows and the arms locking in and pulling your partner forward. So let the arms stretch, but keep some tension through the fingertips, not through the arms or shoulders. We then go back into trip, full step, rock, step. Even with the arm work working for us, be careful that you don't lead the rock step with your shoulders going back, stepping, rock, step. Because no matter how elastic your arms are, you're not going to have enough distance to stretch that motion. It's actually coming from the hips and the feet below. You'll notice my shoulders don't move very much when I take rock, step. The step itself does not need to be terribly big. Half a foot length to toe to heel is a back step. We don't want to be all the way back here on the motion. So as I take that backwards rock, it's rock, step, leaving my upper body as forward as possible, letting it be down here in my feet and my hips as much as possible. So we take that basic again, trip, full step, rock, step, trip, full step, rock, step.
Since we had an audio issue, let's try and take this as a basic with our partner. Trip, full step, rock, step, trip, full step, rock, step, trip, full step, rock, step. Now we'll take this basic step and we'll add the next piece, which will be the natural underarm turn for the follower.
All right, so for our leader's part for the follower's underarm turn, the good news is that we are just going to keep our footwork moving in basic while they're negotiating through the turn. The only difference is we have to remember to lead the pattern and catch our partner at the end of the motion. So those leads are going to come on the rock steps in between our basics. So we will start with one normal standard basic before we even lead the motion, going trip, full step, rock, step. And on the word step in rock step, we're going to lift the left arm up and above the follower's shoulder to signal that we want them to go through the underarm turn. Once we've made that signal, while they're negotiating the turn, we are just going to continue to dance our basic rhythm, going basic step, trip, full step, rock, step, bringing the arm down at the end of the motion on rock, step to recover back to open frame position. And then just to put a bookend in the pattern, we're going to finish with one full basic together with our partner. Basic step, trip, full step, rock, step. Let's take that one more time, all the way through without stopping. We have 5, 6, 7, and basic step, trip, full step, rock, lift the arm, basic step, trip, full step, catch and recover, basic step, trip, full step, stopping there. So our followers part for this, we get to do all the cool stuff in these dance. The problem is that you actually have to physically do all the cool stuff in the dance. So as our leader sets up for that natural underarm turn motion, we are going to have the rotation going around and coming back to our partner. Now, before we tackle it with the rotation, let's talk about how the footwork is going to work. There is both pattern perfect footwork and good enough to get through the footwork. So as we go through this, we start with our regular basic step, stepping, trip, full step, rock, lift. And he lifts the arm above your right shoulder. Anytime that we get an arm lifted lead like this with no other lead, what they're asking us to do is to go around in a circle and come back to them. This is our natural underarm turn. It's a common lead through many, many dances. Now, good enough to get through the motion. You want to go around a space on the floor, coming back to your partner. We have 6 steps to go around the space. The visualization that you want to have is that you actually have an object on the floor that you're going around. So you want to envision that you have a teacup on the floor as we're going around the motion. So I start with my right foot. I have 6 steps to go forward, all the way around the teacup on the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, getting back to my partner. At which point I will rock backwards to finish the pattern, rock, step in open position with him, and then dance out into basic trip, full step, rock, step. Now the reason I want you to have the visualization of the teacup on the floor is because the thing that I don't want to see is as you start the motion is that you're dancing on a single space underneath your feet, crushing the teacup on a single spot. So you want to envision going around the spot on the floor. A water bottle or something else that you can put on the floor to help you visualize will distinctly help you practice this pattern. Now that we have the notion of that circular visualization going around the teacup on the floor, we have to keep the rhythm structure that we have in our regular basic. So that syncopated 1 and 2, 3 and 4, those are our 6 steps to go around the floor, around the teacup on the music. So we go base 6-step, triple step, rock, he lifts, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, rock, step, base 6-step, triple step, rock, step. Now, as I said, taking just 6 steps to go around the teacup without being specific about them is good enough to get through the pattern. Pattern perfect footwork for this is to do 2 forward triple steps going around the teacup on the floor. So what is a forward triple step? A forward triple step is after we take our rock, step. If I do these with 0 rotation, my right foot leads and I go right foot forward, together, right foot forward. Then I will step through with the left foot to go left foot forward, together, left foot forward. So right, together, right, left, together, left. This is the pattern perfect footwork that we want to curve around the teacup on the floor. So as I take that basic, I have trip, full step, rock, he lifts, right, together, right, left, together, left, rock, step. Then base 6-step, triple step, rock, step. Once we've got a hold on this footwork, we want to put it together with our partners. Now that we've got the footwork for this, let's talk a little bit about how the leads are going to work with this as we go through the motion. So again, when we lift the arm, it needs to be over our follower's shoulder. Do not have it here where they have to play London Bridge with their own arm trying to get underneath as we go through the motion. So leaders, as you step backwards here, rock, step, we want to shoot it above their right shoulder. Now notice that it is above the outside shoulder and that we are not coming across the midline. That'll be a competing lead that we will use later, so we do not want to confuse those two things now. So straight up from the shoulder on rock, step. Do not grip the fingers as they rotate underneath. If you hold on too tightly as they go underneath, someone's going to end up in a weird reverse chicken grip at the end of the motion, and we want to try and avoid that. So all you have to do when you lift is maintain light fingertip contact as they rotate underneath and let the hand revolve around in yours naturally, coming back down. Now, if you come back down and you're not in standard handhold position, if you're in something different, then just swipe your hand back to regular position. Nobody's noticed. It doesn't make a difference as you get through the pattern. The followers, as you're going around the turn, most followers are great through 3/4 of the turn, but in order to make it back to your partner, we want to spot for the turn. Now, spotting is a technique of using your eyes to get there first as we go through rotations. This is a nice slow spot. You're taking it over the course of the 6 steps, but as we go into the motion, most of our partners will be great going about 3/4 of the way through and hold. But if you focus out into deep space there, instead of coming back to your partner when you finish your final 3 steps, you'll end up going triple step, and we are too far away from each other to reconnect to get back to the pattern. So instead, as we go through this triple step, rock, step, triple hold. At this moment, you're going to bring your eyes around to find your partner's chest. That will help bring your shoulders around to complete the turn. Triple step. Then we'll rock back together. Rock, step. Now, if for whatever reason you're running a little late getting through the end of that turn, that moment of rock step can be used to fudge your timing ever so slightly. So if you're a little bit late getting back there and you have to use those last 2 steps to finish the turn, as long as you come back in on the end with triple step, that's your window of opportunity to fix for any mistakes on that rock step motion. Ideally, we're there, but it's there if you need it. So taking it together with our partner all together, we have 5, 6, 7, and triple step, rock, lift, triple step, rock, recover, base 6-step, triple step, rock, step. So our leader's part for the reverse underarm turn, this turn, because it is not the natural turn, we have to help our partner out just a little bit more to get through the motion. So instead of getting a full 360 degrees of rotation this time, the follower is only going to make up 3/4 or 270 degrees of rotation, which is going to leave us, the leaders, 1/4 of turn or 90 degrees of turn to our right. Now that's going to happen on the very first triple going into the motion. So footwork wise, we dance one full basic step, triple step, rock, step. And then as we start our partner through the turn, we're moving to the left, but we're turning to the right. So if we have another teacup on the floor here, we're sideways circling around the motion. So we had our teacup turn for the follower before. This is our sidewards teacup turn. You can find more descriptions of the types of turns in our turn video, which you'll find in the link above. We take our basic, we have basic step, triple step, rock, step. On the first triple, we go left, together, left, turning 90 degrees to our right of our starting position. Once you're here, you're done with the rotation. Now we just have to finish the rest of that basic step, moving to our right to finish right, together, right, rock, step. Our partner will meet us here in this position, at which point we'll take open position one more time and dance out with basic step, triple step, rock, step. Taking that one more time all the way through, we have 5, 6, 7, and basic step, triple step. We start the turn to the right, finish the step, rock, now basic step, triple step, rock, step. So other than that simple rotation on that first triple, the footwork is identical to basics all the way through for our leader. So the follower's motion for our reverse underarm turn, just like our turn in the natural underarm turn, it's a unique step to us. We're not copying or mirroring our partner in any way. In the natural turn, we have that forward circling teacup turn going around. Here, we actually have two different curves that we make. But those two different curves combine to make sort of a curly-Q figure. We're going to use the sideways circling turn that the leader just used, except that we're going to have one curve going in and one curve going out. So if you remember spirograph, it's that sort of spiral curly-Q. The other way of thinking about it is like a three-point turn in a car. We start driving forward, there's a parking space to our left. You'll drive into the parking space one way, and then you'll reverse the wheel and back out of the parking space the other way to complete the rotation. Now, other than the rotation, the footwork that we have here is identical to a basic step for the follower. So our normal basic step of going right, together, right, left, together, left, rock, step. The direction of the feet are the same, but we curve the rotation to make them come around. So if I finish my rock step and my partner's leading me through the turn, there's my parking space right there to my left. So my right foot is going to curve hard towards that, going right, together, right, moving into the parking space. Now I'm going to move to my left to get out of the parking space, but as I do that, I'm going to keep curving, and my partner, who is now going to be on this side of me, I'm going to turn my eyes and my chest to face him to finish the pattern, left, together, left. Finding him here, going back to open position, and rocking in place for rock, step. We then fall back into standard basic to finish pattern, basic step, triple step, rock, step. The difficulty in the turn is especially there when you're learning it by yourself for the first time and we don't have points of reference as we're going around the motion. When we start, if we're facing this way to start, when we are done, we will be facing 90 degrees right of our current position. So that's our target goal at the end of the pattern without a partner, is to end up 90 degrees right of our current position. Taking the whole thing one more time slowly, but all the way through without stopping, we have 5, 6, 7, and triple step, triple step. He leads the pattern. Right, together, right, left, together, left, rock, step, basic step, triple step, rock, step. All right, so first thing when we put the reverse turn together with our partner is talking about how to set up the lead at the beginning to help our partner identify that we're leading the reverse turn and not the natural turn. So as we get through the first basic step, triple step. On the words rock, step, we actually have a two-part lead. From our waist-high position, on the word rock, we bring the arm slightly up and slightly out. So it went from here to there. The goal is that it is not higher than the shoulder because we do not want the partner interpreting this as a lead yet. This is a preparation to get back to doing the lead. And slightly out so that when we come back across to create the reverse turn motion, it's not coming from down here. It's coming from out here, making it a smoother transition. So on the word rock, we're going to go rock. On the word step, we're going to put the back of the follower's hand to face their forehead. The leader is going to get their hand in a vertical position to the palm of their hand so that we've got sort of a wheel and axle motion going here. Their fingers are lightly cupped around your fingers, whether you have 1 finger, 2 fingers, or 4 fingers in there. Now we're going to take this motion here. The goal of this is to get a horizontal alignment in this arm. We do not want to have a vertical alignment in the arm because that will make the turn feel kind of up and down and choppy through the motion. So that's the whole reason that we have prep, is that when we come back across, we have that horizontal alignment through their arm. Now, as we initiate the turn itself, we are going to draw 1 counterclockwise halo around our partner's head. So it's a horizontal circle around their head. We do not want to polish their face going up and down. Up and down is bad because if you take a turn with an up, then there's also a crash at the end of the pattern that we want to try and avoid. So as we get here on the words rock, step, we have rock, step. Then we're going to go around their head, drawing that circle until they find us as we recover into the motion. Now let's do that from a different angle so you can see the circle. So we're here on rock, step. We go around their head, and then they'll track with us as we complete the motion. As the follower, just like with the natural underarm turn, spotting for your partner is key to making sure that you come out in the correct place. So as we go into that on rock, step, as you go through the first part of the turn, triple step. Right here, you're going to shoot your eyes to your partner in order to flip your shoulder around to finish triple step with your partner on rock, step. If you don't look for your partner, there's the possibility of you almost circling in place going triple step, at which point your partner is going to be way over there because you didn't track with them through the motion. Let's take that one more time slowly all the way through with our partner. 5, 6, 7, and triple step, rock, step, triple step, rock, step, basic step, triple step, stopping there. Now, because of the 90-degree rotation to the right with this pattern, every time we do it, we are going to turn 90 degrees from our starting position around the room. So if you do it 4 times, you're going to go to each side of the room, eventually returning to your starting spot. So we will kind of use this as a de facto general rotation for our basic step over the course of our dance. Okay, so now we have our 3 basic pattern sequences for this week's class. We have our standard basic, we have our natural underarm turn for the follower, and we have our follower's reverse underarm turn. We want to combine all 3 of those patterns into a sequence that we can repeat and practice. So we're going to use the basic as the in-between seams of all of the patterns. So we'll start with 1 basic. We will then lead 1 follower's natural underarm turn. We will return back to 1 basic, and then we will lead 1 follower's reverse underarm turn. We will then go back to 1 basic where you can either stop or continue to repeat the sequence as we go, going from basic to natural turn, basic to reverse turn. All right, now let's take that whole sequence with our partners with the music. Tempo before you go will be triple step, rock, step, triple step, rock, step. 5, 6, 7, go. Basic step, triple step, natural turn. Lady turns, find your partner, back to basic. And then reverse turn, triple step. Now back to basic, triple, natural turn. Lady turns, find your partner, back to basic. Triple, reverse turn. Triple step, rock, step, and basic to stop there. All right, so our demo music here for YouTube is a little bit fast, but we also can use different tempos to practice. So let's talk quickly about the music for swing.
When selecting music for East Coast swing, you'll be looking for music that is in the 4/4 time signature, meaning that the music will count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. As previously mentioned, our East Coast swing rhythm will be counted as either trip, full step, rock, step, or also with a numeric count of 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6. The tempo that you'll be looking for will be moderate to fast. This will range from anywhere from 124 to 144 beats per minute. The traditional genre will be either big band or swing band music. Although any genre with a rock or a rockabilly backing beat will work, this can include things such as classic rock, beat rock, country, pop, party rock, and more. The following selections are excellent pieces to practice to. You can find most of these selections available as single song purchases through iTunes or other music stores.
All right, so practice with those patterns for this week, the basic, the natural turn, and the reverse turn. Next week, we'll review those patterns in total, and then we'll start moving into the next sequence, which will be our third and final single arm motion or single arm rotation, which is the leader's side pass motion. If you have any questions, you can reach out to us via email, or if you'd like, you can leave a comment below. We'd be happy to respond. Please do make sure that you like and subscribe. It really does help us out here at this channel. Otherwise, keep practicing, and I will see you in our next lesson.